In this chapter, we will examine the rationale behind the proposed total shutdown of the Department of Housing and Urban Development and explore an innovative strategy for transferring public housing responsibility and management to local entities. This transition could not only reduce federal spending, but also empower local communities, offering them the opportunity to take charge of their housing needs. For decades, HUD has operated under the presumption that federal oversight is necessary to manage housing policy. However, this has often resulted in bureaucratic inefficiencies, costly administration, and a disconnect from the unique needs of local communities. By dismantling HUD, we can decentralize housing management, allowing states and municipalities to tailor housing solutions to their specific contexts. Critics of federal housing programs often point to the inadequate maintenance of public housing units and the stifling regulations that hinder private sector innovation. By removing the federal layer, we open the door for creative solutions that can better address local housing challenges. $1 for ownership empowering current tenants. One of the cornerstone proposals of this restructuring is to empower current public housing tenants by offering them the opportunity to purchase their homes for a symbolic price of $1. This proposition serves multiple purposes. 1. Stakeholder investment. By converting tenants into homeowners, we foster a sense of personal investment and responsibility toward property upkeep and community stability. 2. Reduction in federal expenditure. Such sales would eliminate the financial burden of housing management from the federal budget, redirecting those funds towards more productive areas. 3. Enhanced community development. Home ownership can lead to increased engagement in local governance, as individuals feel more connected to and invested in their neighborhoods. Transferring common areas to local governments. In tandem with tenant ownership, it is essential to transfer management of common areas and infrastructure of these properties to local governments. By doing so, we achieve a few key outcomes. 1. Localized decision-making. Local governments are more familiar with their community's needs than a distant federal agency. They can manage common spaces and infrastructure in a way that aligns with local priorities. 2. Trust fund creation for maintenance. Upon selling HUD-managed properties, a portion of the proceeds can be allocated to a trust fund, specifically for the upkeep and maintenance of these units and properties. This fund, managed locally, would ensure that resources are available for ongoing maintenance, thereby improving living conditions over time. 3. Economic stimulus. By entrusting the management of properties to local governments, we create a ripple effect that stimulates local economies through job creation and community revitalization. Supporting HUD employees. The transition away from HUD does not ignore the employees who have dedicated their careers to public service. A comprehensive severance package should be developed for HUD employees, alongside retraining programs aimed at facilitating their transition into the private sector. This approach not only honors their contributions, but also mitigates the potential for job loss in their communities. Investments in retraining can empower these individuals to pursue careers in a thriving housing industry, contributing their expertise without the bureaucratic constraints of federal oversight. Conclusion. By advocating for the total shutdown of the Department of Housing and Urban Development, we propose a fundamental shift in housing policy that prioritizes local governance, community investment, and economic efficiency. The sale of public housing units to tenants for $1, coupled with the transfer of management and maintenance responsibilities to local governments, presents an opportunity to revitalize neighborhoods, encourage home ownership, and reduce the financial strain on federal resources. This model champions local autonomy and responsibility, while providing a pathway for those affected by this transition to find new opportunities in the private sector. The time has come to rethink and reshape our approach to housing in America, and a bold move to dissolve HUD may be the first step toward a more sustainable and effective housing future. Please remember to subscribe, like, and share this video to support our channel and stay updated with our latest content. Your engagement helps us bring more insightful discussions and innovative ideas to the forefront. Thank you for watching.